Let's have our visitor come on with us, Barry Trobaugh. Barry Trobaugh, come over here. This is your seat right here.
Great.
And that's the camera right there.
I recognize
Welcome
it.
here from Mumford High School.
Thank you.
And,
Glad to be here.
Yours is a storied program, and you went to this school, the University of
I
Memphis.
absolutely did.
And,
Proud of it.
And have you always been at that high school, or since you've left Memphis, or where else
Been
did you go?
at Munford the last 20 years. This is my 20th year there, and I spent 10 years in Arkansas, at Stuttgart, Arkansas, and then 3 years before that in Owensboro, Kentucky. So I started my career in Kentucky and
Oh, that's fantastic.
circled back to the greater Memphis area.
Oh, that's really great. And you have, when you were at the University of Memphis, did you major in music education?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
And what's your instrument?
I'm a French horn player by trade.
And now you're a tyrant, right?
Maybe some would say
beneficent
always that way.
dictator, right? Now you're a leader, and you have a program which includes concert band and marching
absolutely.
band and all year long.
Jazz bands and winter garden, winter drums, and
busy,
small
busy,
ensembles.
busy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we look forward today, and actually you're the kickoff of 4A for us, so that's a big deal.
Yeah, we're excited.
And tell me about this year's show ahead of time.
It's the thematic material is just the story of Caesar, and it's kind of like the Titanic. We're going to kill Caesar, as you can well imagine, and
we know how it comes out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We kind of celebrate Caesar in our aura and our hue, and lots of colors and some dramatic moments. It's been a lot of fun for the kids. We've enjoyed tying the Caesar story, the historical accounting of Caesar with our kids, and kind of cross-referencing music into history and literature and everything else. It's been a lot of fun.
Back at the time of Caesar and before, there was a lot of linkage between the study of music and mathematics and sciences, and this is pretty dramatic stuff. Beware the Ides of March.
There you
watch
go.
out. You know, you got to watch out.
The Ides of March in November, huh?
And was the music for this done original music?
This was original music by a colleague of mine, Mr. Steve Martin from Reno, Nevada. And not only did he write the music this year, but he also wrote our choreography and kind of simultaneously did them. He did each chunk kind of at the same time, knowing what he was going to do. So. Yeah. I hope that everyone kind of feels that all of this is really homogenous and it fits together.
Oh, it's very special for me. I'm a member of his committee, in his graduate work at Arizona State, and Steve Martin's a very talented guy.
Does a great job.
And the reach of some of these creative people in the marching arts is incredible. That I'm sitting here, I fly to Memphis, and now I'm talking about Steve Martin, who's back in Reno.
There you go. It's really a small community when you break it down.
That's really great. And as you've taught all these students over the years, and 20 years at the same school, that makes you an institution.
Maybe a little bit.
You see a whole lot of young teachers come and go in the academics during that time.
Yes.
But it takes a long time to build a program like the one that you have at Mumford.
It does. It sure does.
And so have your students gone on and tried to become you, like you tried to become your high school
We have a number of students who have gone on to the professional musicians rank, both as performing musicians classically, also in pop music. And a number, we're just really proud, and I spoke with several of them today that are either here or in other locations across the country doing contests. We've been fortunate to spawn, if you will, a number of music educators, and we're just really proud of what they do. It's really fun for us to watch our students then matriculate over and be the leaders and the music educators of tomorrow. It's cool.
Yeah, and I'll bet you get some great phone calls. Like I've been teaching college for a long time, 43 years, and so one day a guy calls me up and he says, "I'm giving a lesson, but I don't know what to do." I said, "Well, what's wrong?" He said, "The guy just brought a sousaphone into my studio." I said, "It's just open the windows. You'll be all right."
There you go.
But
being a horn player, I tell him, "You play the I'll play the pop."
That's awesome. Well, it's dedicated teachers like you that stay and stick and build a program. This is a huge thing to come to a championship.
Absolutely. This is a wonderful venue. The best bands from multi-state area here, at least 3 states, the best of the best, and a great venue. I mean, just look at this field, and pretty soon it's going to be dark and the lights are going to take over, and it is the most exciting place that I've ever taken a band, and we've traveled from New England down. We support U.S. bands, and we've done their nationals championship, but this is still a very, very great place to play.
I say, Steve Martin is watching right now.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, Steve. How's it going? It's a small world, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Here I am with Barry. this is one of those things as an educator when you're out here. For you, this is probably not the end of the season because
Actually this year it's going to be. Usually it's not, but this year it is. It just worked out where it is.
And how cold does it get here by the middle of November? Is it getting?
Well, usually it's much colder than this. We were talking today in our last rehearsal about how blessed we are that even though the wind is blowing, which is fine with me for the color guard, the temperatures are going to be quite nice, and I don't think anybody's going to have any significant pitch issues and whatnot. So it couldn't be any better. It's supposed to be cold this time of year.
That's what.
But by middle November, it can be in the 30s. So.
Got it. So things happen quicker up
Absolutely.
here. In Florida and in Texas, things are unfolding as we go. There's people that are in the Alamo Bowl today doing championships.
That's a busy weekend.
And down in Miami, they got another week to go before they start doing it. Of course, it's tropical down there.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that we've got going here in Memphis is music that we badge to this part of the country, to the Mid-South.
Absolutely.
And has that been part of a show's construction sometimes for you?
Absolutely. And, I go back. I beckon back to 1995, my second year in Munford, and the staff and I put together an Elvis tribute that was literally lifted from one of his concerts, and it was our coming out, if you will. That was the first year that we really set a standard of being a championship level band, and we were talking about that show driving in this afternoon. The Memphis music scene is undeniable in our world, much less in our country, and we definitely are. If not even in our show, we are beckoned back to it, and it's part of our lives, and we kind of teach to that soul. And here we got a tune going on here in the background.
Yeah, that's right.
We're no matter how far I try to get away from it, my upbringing was with that Memphis sound and that Memphis heart and soul to the music. So
awesome.
It is a part of me.
So the band, the Mumford Band, has roots in Elvis when you became a champion.
Absolutely.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
And then we go all the way to today while we're doing the music of Steve Martin and Julius Caesar as the subject.
Yeah.
It's talking about some big names in showbiz.
There
Julius Caesar, Elvis Presley, that's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you.
We look
My pleasure.
forward to you. You'll be in your countdown now as we get towards the
Yes, sir.
8:15 performance of
Yes, sir.
Munford High School and the launch of Quadruple A. So, and it all ends tonight at 9:45 p.m. Central Time. And that will be with the Mighty Sound of the South, the University of Memphis Marching Band.
Rocking the house.
Rocking the house under Dr. Armand Hall. And used to play mellophone in there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn the middle up.
That's
what I'm
it.
thinking,
That's it. No donuts for us.
And Barry Trobaugh, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks
Thanks
for
for
the
coming
opportunity.
on.